Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here at Your Health. On today's program, we would like to talk about the wonders of the ancient herb oregano. The oil of oregano is one of the best antibiotics we have, natural or otherwise. It is astounding, but it has other properties as well. Very interesting and powerful topic today. I hope you stay tuned for that. But first, let's go to our news. Let's see what's happening in the health world. Energy drinks increase the risk of hyperactivity in middle school children. Researchers from Yale University evaluated over 1,600 randomly selected school children, average age of 12. They found the children that consumed the most energy drinks were at 66% increased risk of also having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The study also found boys were much more likely to consume energy drinks. The researchers state energy drinks may contain 20 teaspoons or more of sugar or high fructose corn syrup. The ingestion of large amounts of sweeteners is also associated with obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and some cancers later in life. Well, folks, it would seem that the conclusions of this study is the same conclusion parents have been making for many years now. When kids consume too much sugar, it affects their behavior. This same conclusion would also seem to have escaped the majority of psychiatrists, as they continue to assume the dietary practices of children has no bearing on whether they will have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD as it's often called. How could these sugar and caffeine-laden energy drinks not affect the behavior of our children? They contain huge amounts of sugar, caffeine, and additives, and they are often promoted as a health drink because of the small amounts of added vitamin, amounts far too small to provide any real behavior benefits. Other research and the experience of thousands of parents find food allergies or food sensitivities, reactions to food additives, nutrient deficiencies, and fast food and junk food diet, intestinal dysbiosis, and reactive hypoglycemia all can cause destructive behavior changes in children. It is the wise parent and doctor who seek to correct these aberrations before resorting to medications for ADHD. Prescription medication use continues to increase in the U.S. New research from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention finds almost every other American is now taking a daily prescription drug. The most commonly prescribed medications are being used for cholesterol control, diabetes, hypertension, depression, and cardiovascular disease. The study evaluated medication use during 2007 to 2010, the most recent data available. During this time, 48% of Americans were taking at least one prescribed medication daily. That is a 24% increase since 1995. Well, essentially every other American is taking a daily prescribed medication. The report also reveals 1 of 10 Americans is taking 5 or more daily meds, while almost half of those over 45, they're all taking 5 or more meds daily. Now, we've experienced a 6-fold increase in the use of cholesterol-lowering drugs in just 12 years, along with a 400% increase in antidepressant use. Again, the most common medical conditions that are being treated with these daily medications include cholesterol control, diabetes, hypertension, depression, and cardiovascular disease. Now, let's pause for a moment and think about these diseases and nutrient deficiencies that may be playing a role in causing these diseases. Do you have any ideas? Of course, those of you who are regular viewers know that we have presented multiple studies that associate vitamin D deficiency with each and every one of the diseases most frequently treated with drugs here in America. Drugs do not cure nutrient deficiencies. They will, however, mask symptoms, and that is exactly what America's doctors are doing when they fail to address their patients' nutrient needs while prescribing only medications. Do not fall prey to this type of incomplete therapy. Please think holistically, supplement your diet. Walking may provide dramatic health benefits for patients with chronic kidney disease. Researchers evaluated the health and exercise habits of over 6,000 people with chronic kidney disease. The study's subjects' average age was 70. They found only 21% of the subjects exercised regularly, but those who did received remarkable health benefits. They found those who walked regularly were at 33% reduced risk of death and 21% reduced risk of needing kidney dialysis and kidney transplant overall. They also found as exercise frequency increased, so did health benefits. Those who walked 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5, 6, or more times a week were at 17, 28, or 58% reduced risk of death, respectively. The study was published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology. Well, this is simply astounding. Exercise provides dramatic health benefits for those with chronic kidney disease. Now, in all fairness, it would only be right to help those who do not have kidney disease understand how challenging regular exercise may be to those with chronic kidney disease. Those with this disabling condition are often tired and weak, while they experience profound fatigue with even the slightest exertion. So it is asking a lot of the chronic kidney disease patients to get up and get moving, but if you can manage to walk for 15 to 20 minutes just once a week, you will receive benefits. Do more if you're able by working up to daily walks when your death, dialysis, and kidney transplant risk will be reduced by over 50%. Now, we've also learned from previous research that the antioxidants such as vitamin C and vitamin D, curcumin, CoQ10, and grapeseed extract, along with fish oil and cordyceps sinensis, all provide benefits to those with chronic kidney disease. Well, today on Your Health, we would like to discuss one of our most ancient medicinal herbs, oregano. The oil from this aromatic plant has remarkable medicinal properties that you and your family could benefit from, so stay tuned to learn more. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in capsules and liquid. Today only, buy the oregano gel caps at the regular price and get a bottle of oil of oregano liquid extract free.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve, so take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano.
Again, today only, buy a bottle of oregano gel caps at the regular price, get the liquid extract free.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you looking for a healthy replacement for sodas? For thousands of years, the Far East has enjoyed the many health benefits of green tea. Now the Western world has embraced this potent antioxidant for its many health benefits as both a drink and supplement. Green tea has been thoroughly researched. It's been shown to improve bone density and immunity, as well as levels of cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Research has also shown it to decrease inflammation and one's risk of cardiovascular disease and many forms of cancer. One recent study even found that people who drink 5 or more cups a day were 33% less likely to develop conditions that cause disability. For health, it is everyone's cup of tea. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker. Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's Bionutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
We're back, everyone. Many blessings to you, and I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. Today's show is going to be quite interesting. We're going to be talking about oregano and how it is an amazing yeast fighter. I mean, just
amazing. We'll talk about the liquid oregano, how you use that, and the gel cap and how you use that, and how you use them together. This is just great. So Richard, we were thinking about, how to approach the show, and wow, oregano as a yeast fighter is just, it's just the top of the list.
It is, and this is a good way to help you understand one of the best uses for oil of oregano: intestinal dysbiosis and intestinal yeast, altered bowel flora, disturbed bowel flora, yeast overgrowth, small bowel overgrowth, intestinal abnormalities of the microbe content. Think of it this way: oil of oregano shines in this arena. Well, what is this intestinal dysbiosis and intestinal yeast? This is an imbalance of intestinal microbes that results in inflammation and alteration of many physiologic processes. Intestinal dysbiosis is common, even though most allopathic doctors, standard American medical approach, does not recognize it. It is common, and research has confirmed this. Modern living with processed food, sterilized food, chemical additives, preservatives, along with medications, antibiotics, stress, travel, a wide variety, including chlorinated water. Many things can alter our bowel flora and lead to yeast overgrowth. Intestinal dysbiosis causes or complicates most of our common health conditions. There's been tremendous research in recent years on probiotics and intestinal flora, the second genome, as they call it. We have more microbes in our gut than we have cells in our body. So it's imperative we understand this process. It is one of the missing links in treating chronic disease that, to date, we've not done so well with. One of the most common types of microorganisms that grow unchecked as a consequence of intestinal dysbiosis is yeast and fungi. For improvements of your health condition, addressing intestinal dysbiosis is critical. Oil of oregano is among our best and safest natural antibiotics that will help you to conquer your yeast syndrome. Now, let's take a little quiz here and see if intestinal dysbiosis or yeast could be complicating your health syndrome. As I ask you these questions, keep track of your affirmative response. If you answer yes, give yourself a point. Add up the points, we'll give you a score and a probability if you have intestinal yeast. Number one, have you taken antibiotics for a prolonged period of 2 weeks or longer? If so, give yourself a point. If you typically take several rounds of antibiotics every year, give yourself a point. Some people may ought to take 2 or 3 points here because they take so many antibiotics. Are you or have you been on birth control pills? This increases your risk of intestinal yeast. Have you taken hormone replacement therapy, ladies? Men sometimes do this too. Testosterone therapy can do this as well. Have you taken steroids for more than 2 weeks? Or perhaps you took an epidural steroid injection for chronic spine pain, maybe steroid shot for allergy or poison ivy. Every time you take a steroid medication increases your risk because it inhibits your immune system and the ability to recognize abnormal growth in your intestinal tract. Do you have diabetes or an autoimmune disease, a condition that alters your immune response? Have you taken chemotherapy or radiation therapy for cancer, or have you had cancer? Give yourself a point, maybe 2 points if you've had all of those. Do you live or have you lived in a damp, moldy area known to harbor fungus? Walking through a moldy area, visiting a moldy area doesn't typically cause this. It can, but usually it's people who have lived in prolonged periods of time in damp, moldy areas. Do you have sugar or bread cravings? If you don't eat bread or have a sweet dessert every meal or most meals, do you not feel it's a complete meal? Do you crave them? Yeah, that's a sign. Feed the yeast. That's what's going on there. Are you easily stressed to the point of exhaustion? Do you get less than 7 hours of sleep a night? Tired all day, can't sleep at night. That is so classic for intestinal yeast. Do you have irritable bowel-like symptoms such as intestinal gas, bloating, or cramping? Do you have frequent skin or oral thrush or orifice yeast infections, vaginal yeast infections, very common. Men can have this as well, intestinal dysbiosis. They may have it oral thrush or on their skin, maybe a sign for them. This gives you a point. Do your eyes burn or itch? Do you have at least one or more headaches a week? And have you gained weight with your health decline? You know, in most chronic health conditions, we assume that people lose weight. You know, declining health, we lose weight. But with this yeast syndrome and dysbiosis, people tend to gain weight. Not always, but that is the pattern. Well, add up your affirmative scores. Do you have 3 or more yes answers? If you have 3 or more, there's a high probability that yeast or dysbiosis is at the core of your problem. If you have 5 or more, your health will not improve until you address this issue. This is the most common thing I find that our viewers, people who communicate with us, are overlooking. They're not treating their intestinal dysbiosis. We live in a culture of pop a pill, take the easy way, and that's fine. I want easy too. Everybody does. The problem is it doesn't work with this. You have to change the way you approach your life. You have to do multiple things. What is it you need to do to correct this? Let's talk about that. Number 1, prepare more of your own foods. Diet is the primary treatment for this condition. Our supplements, including oregano, are most helpful, but you need to do the whole, complete, holistic approach. Prepare more of your own foods. Eat an organic Mediterranean style of foods. Lean meats, fresh meats. None of this preserved and nitrated stuff. Get that out of your diet. It's not helping you. It's harming you. Fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Whole grains when appropriate. Not everybody should be taking the grains, particularly the wheat and the gluten containing. Dairy when tolerated. Olives and olive oil. Tremendous benefit in intestinal dysbiosis. No simple sugars. Don't add any sugars. Get used to having your coffee and tea with no added sugar. No desserts. The rare dessert is allowed. It's a treat. Can't have 52 birthdays a year, one a year. The occasional anniversary treat, you know what I'm saying. Can't be part of your daily routine, these sweets and refined and processed sweet foods. Can't do it. No sweet fruits, starchy vegetables, or refined grains. Eliminate them from your diet. Eliminate foods with yeast to the best of your ability, like bread and hard cheeses. Soft cheeses are better tolerated. Eliminate foods that promote the growth of yeast, like melons, and sweet tropical fruits tend to do this. Eat a variety of raw fruits and vegetables. Have your daily salad. Pour olive oil on it. 3 tablespoons of olive oil a day prevents heart disease. 4 tablespoons a day reverses heart disease. It's that effective. And yeast cannot grow in the presence of olives or olive oil. This is a major reason why we recommend it so commonly. Eat fermented dairy as tolerated. As your intestinal condition improves, you may be able to digest dairy again. Start with the fermented forms of dairy, such as yogurt, sour cream, kefir, cottage cheese, buttermilk. The soft white cheeses are better tolerated. Mozzarella is a good example. These are cultured with bacteria, not yeast. Blue cheese, that's fungi. That blue stuff, that's fungus. You don't want that. If you're immune compromised to any degree, those types of cheeses can proliferate in your system and make you sick. Did you know that? Be careful with them. Mozzarella, with its fermenting bacteria, does not do that. It makes it safer. What else? Consider following an elimination diet or be tested for food allergies, food sensitivities. Many foods we eat are making us sick. We all know that allergies are dramatically increased. You know, reactive peanut allergy, we've all heard of this. We also have food sensitivities and intolerances. We have more of this than ever. It can make you feel terrible. An elimination diet will help you through that. What I have just described is what we call our healing diet, the transitional diet, and onto the diet for the rest of your life. This is all explained in detail in Foundations for Healing. This is required. We also need to add a good multiple vitamin and mineral. The typical American is deficient in at least one nutrient. We cannot mount a proper immune response if we're low in any vitamin or mineral. Supplement these agents. The omega-3s, they help to calm inflammation and improve the immune response. Boost the immune system's function with beta-glucans, the medicinal mushrooms, inositol, vitamin D, agents to help improve the immune response. Add more fiber to your diet, not only from your salads and fruits and vegetables, but as a dietary supplement. Plant-based antioxidants such as curcumin and grapeseed extract and others help to calm the inflammatory response and help you feel better. Then we add our oil of oregano and we can ring the bell of good health. It's amazing to see, so let's talk about oil of oregano and its science when we return. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth.
At Bioinnovations, we offer oregano in capsules and liquid. Today only, buy the oregano gel caps at the regular price and get a bottle of oil of oregano liquid extract free.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve, so take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano.
Again, today only, buy a bottle of oregano gel caps at the regular price, get the liquid extract free.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. More and more people suffer from asthma. One cause is obvious. The world is a polluted place, and the air we breathe is not always healthy. But other causes of asthma aren't as obvious. Recent research connects a poor quality, high sugar diet and the frequent use of antibiotics to higher rates of asthma and cases of asthma that are tougher to treat. A fast food diet does not meet our nutritional needs. Plus, the indiscriminate use of antibiotics can seriously disturb the delicate balance of healthy microbes in our intestinal tract. So switch to a garden fresh diet that calms and prevents asthma. Eat fruit-like veggies such as tomatoes, cucumbers, and eggplant. Eat yogurt, ginger, turmeric, and take fish oil. Nature holds the answer, but it's up to us to make healthy choices. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker.
Do you believe that nature holds the answer to your health needs? Are you looking for a supplement that's simple and pure, yet really works?
If you're looking for nature's answer to better health, look to Aloha Noni Juice. It's pure and fresh, just like nature intended. Aloha Noni Juice is brought to you direct from the islands of Polynesia.
Aloha Noni Juice is 100% pure with no added sugar or sweet fruit fillers. It's the perfect addition to your low-sugar diet.
Aloha Noni Juice drinkers will tell you their vitality, energy, and sense of well-being have improved, along with relief from many painful conditions. Made by nature, proven by science, Aloha Noni Juice contains only nature's best.
And now you can enjoy the benefits of our new 100% certified organic Noni Juice.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, discussing oregano and how it is an amazing yeast fighter. Well, Richard, let's now get into the specifics about oregano, and then we can get into the research stories on it.
Absolutely. Oregano is known to scientists as Oreganum vulgare. It's a member of the mint family. It's very aromatic and is native to the Mediterranean region of the world. Supermarket oregano is not always the same as medicinal oregano. That is usually Mexican sage or marjoram, and these are fine spices. I have nothing against them, but they don't quite have the medicinal properties as the original Oreganum vulgare from the Mediterranean. The use of this type of oregano dates back to the earliest recorded history. Ancient Greek physicians were among the first to popularize the use of oregano. Hippocrates used oregano. Isn't that amazing? As an antiseptic and a cure for stomach and respiratory complaints. The Greeks used oregano for virtually all health complaints, from wounds, pain, swollen joints, infections, coughs, you name it. Oregano, the name was derived from the Greek words oros and ganos, which literally means mountain joy. It's a symbol of happiness. It's used for that today as to symbolize happiness, and grows wild among the mountain hillsides in the Mediterranean regions. The Greeks introduced this type of oregano to Rome in Italy. The native Italians introduced oregano to the Allied forces during World War II. It was immensely popular. As we all know, you can get pizza on virtually any corner in America today, and the spice oregano had a lot to do with that, the acceptance of that as a new food to America. Chemical diversity. The oil of oregano has many, many components. The most recent study I saw, over 100 different chemical constituents in this oil of oregano. Quite diverse, quite remarkable. Let's go to some of this research. What about oil of oregano? Oregano has potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory actions. And this is due primarily to its polyphenolic content. You know, we've talked about grapeseed extract, curcumin, olive leaf extract. These are all polyphenolics. This is the common theme through these spices and Mediterranean-based foods, is their polyphenolic content. In fact, oil of oregano recently was identified as having 3 new polyphenols not found in any other substance. So it's rare and unique, and you wouldn't get that in some of the other oreganos that you can get at the spice store. Let's see, what else? Oregano has anti-inflammatory activity. They know the molecules that cause that provide it. It's the rosmarinic acid, oleanic acid, ursolic acid. These substances have antiviral, antibacterial, anti-cancer, and anti-inflammatory actions. So effective, some of these antiviral actions, that oleanic acid is an experimental HIV drug that can be used by anybody to help to control the HIV virus. Oil of oregano inhibits the process of turning LDL cholesterol into oxidized cholesterol and on to heart disease, so powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory actions. Oil of oregano reduces diabetes type 1 induction in laboratory animals by reducing oxidative, reactive oxygen and nitrogen species, the free radicals that are known to induce diabetes type 1. In fact, in this study, it was really quite fascinating. It was found in the British Journal of Nutrition that oil of oregano was so effective in preventing diabetes type 1 in these lab animals that the lab animal did not even have to initiate its own antioxidant pathways. Oil of oregano was that effective, and it helped to prevent the onset of diabetes type 1 in laboratory animals. This is a testament of how effective an antioxidant oil of oregano can be. Oregano is a potent antioxidant, can be used to preserve olive oil. Just add a few drops to the olive oil and it helps to keep it from turning rancid. This is the Journal Journal of Food Science. In an animal model, oregano inhibits the formation of cataracts. It has potent antioxidant activity, contains polyphenols, phytonutrients that are much more powerful than common foods. For example, oregano has 42 times the antioxidant activity of apples, 30 times that of potatoes, 12 times oranges, and 4 times that of blueberries. Now, obviously, oil of oregano we use in small amounts, and we eat a large amount of apples, but it gives you a notion how powerful the antioxidant capacity of oil of oregano is. Altogether, the anti-inflammatory action comes from, they've identified the molecules. You know, would we even remember them if we mentioned them? Transaminases, hydrate, thymol, carvacols, polyphenolic triterpenoids. You know, the scientists have evaluated the oil of oregano, and they know its content, and they know how it works, which I find quite remarkable. That's its anti-inflammatory. So what this means, folks, you have an arthritic joint, the knees are hurting, you can rub oil of oregano on it, and it's going to help it feel better. It's that powerful of an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, that we can use it as a topical agent to help with our aching joints. Pretty impressive. We can take it internally to help prevent the oxidative insult of diabetes, heart disease, and you know, modern living. So it works as a potent antioxidant, part of the spice package of the Mediterranean diet. But you know, oil of oregano is best known as an anti-infectious agent. And this is quite astounding. Let's get started on it before the break. It is an effective antibacterial. The volatile oils in oil of oregano, they include these identified substances such as thymol, carvacol, rosmarinic acid. All of these are in oil of oregano. It's been proven to kill a wide variety of infectious disease agents, including bacteria, yeast, fungi, viruses, and protozoan. Spraying salad vegetables. You know, leafy greens are now the #1 cause of food poisoning in North America. It used to be tainted meats. Now it's salad greens. Multiple studies now have shown if you spray your vegetables, your leafy greens, with a little oil of oregano mixed with a little olive oil perhaps, spray it on your greens, it helps to kill these organisms off and to preserve your salad ingredients. You know, our organic foods, they wilt quicker. This helps to preserve them. Let's go to our break, but when we return, we'll talk about oil of oregano as a powerful antibiotic. We'll be right back. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in capsules and liquid. Today only, buy the oregano gel caps at the regular price and get a bottle of oil of oregano liquid extract free.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve, so take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano.
Again, today only, buy a bottle of oregano gel caps at the regular price, get the liquid extract free.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. I'm Cindy Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. Heavy metal poisoning is a growing concern, and it may play a role in your health. It can happen through occupational exposure or environmental pollution, or both. If you work in a metal shop, a smelting plant, or any type of facility that uses electroplating or welding, you may be suffering from heavy metal exposure. But those of us who live in cities may suffer from heavy metal exposure through environmental pollution. It's the #1 cause of heavy metal poisoning. It can occur over a long period of exposure, or it can happen after a single dose. Symptoms can be overlooked because they're symptoms of common diseases such as fatigue, memory loss, tremor, joint pain, and indigestion. These are common symptoms of heavy metal poisoning. If your health is declining and you haven't been able to figure out the underlying cause, discuss heavy metal poisoning with your doctor. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Is your life out of balance? It may be. The average American consumes far too many omega-6s and not enough omega-3s. This creates an imbalance.
So what can we do to get back in balance? We can eat a healthy diet.
And most of us need to supplement with omega-3 rich fish oil. Fish oil contains omega-3s with DHA and EPA, fatty acids that promote good brain and heart health. So reduce omega-6 in your nutritional plan and boost omega-3 to get back in balance.
To help you do that, BioInnovations offers 2 products, the Fish Oil Complex and Omega 369, both formulated for your health and well-being. So how do you choose? For highest levels of DHA and EPA, choose the Fish Oil Complex. For a balanced formula, choose the 369.
Go online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, and if you're just joining us, we're talking about how amazing oregano is as a yeast fighter. And to help you get that in your nutritional plan, we have a great special for you. That's the buy one, get one free. However, the way we do this one, when you buy a bottle of the oregano gel caps, at the regular full price, you're going to get the liquid extract free. This is fantastic, and we feel like it's really important to get both of them. You want to take that gel cap, it gets down in the intestines where it really goes to work effectively. And then you have the liquid extract that you put under your tongue. You'll find it is just I mean, I cannot say enough about it, how it will just go into all of your upper respiratory areas. It'll help you breathe better. I mean, I keep a bottle of it right here. You see it right there on the set. Sometimes I have to poke it down in there so it doesn't show. However, it's always on the set. I take it, and so does Richard, during the breaks. It's great. And you can also take a couple drops of it, rub it onto a joint that might be aching. Maybe it's your low back, a knee, a joint in your hand. It's amazing. Yes. Okay, so Richard, you were saying before the break that oregano is a fantastic natural antibiotic.
Yes, it is. We were talking about how it can be sprayed onto vegetables and leafy greens to help preserve them and to lower the transmission of food poisoning. This is quite remarkable, and in the scientific community, this has gained much attention. Since our last discussion of oil of oregano, there are at least 10 new research projects reported at PubMed.gov of investigating oil of oregano's potential in preserving everything from sausage to meats, to leafy greens, to even grains. The food industry is taking note. And one of the remarkable things about it is salmonella does not become resistant to oil of oregano. It does to every antibiotic we've ever invented, but not oil of oregano. And when antibiotic-resistant salmonella is exposed to oil of oregano, all of a sudden it becomes sensitive to the antibiotics again. So the combination of an antibiotic with oil of oregano has synergy. It restores the power of the antibiotic, and this has been confirmed in multiple studies now. This one was with salmonella, but there are other bacteria that have been studied also. Oil of oregano is effective against parasites, intestinal parasites, roundworms, hookworms, pinworms, amoebic dysentery, giardia, trichinosis. A wide variety of parasitic organisms are very difficult to treat, but oil of oregano is effective. Here's a brand new study, Pharmacology and Biology, study of 141 plants for their antibiotic potential. You know, this is how the drug world works, folks. They look to plants for a starting point. We need a new antibiotic. Well, what do plants make that could work? Maybe we can tweak that molecule, patent the molecule as a new antibiotic. So this group of researchers studied 141 plants for their potential as the next new antibiotic source. Well, they found oil of oregano was in the top 5. They didn't rank the top 5, but it was in the 5 most likely to yield base molecules for future antibiotics. That's fine for the drug world, for the pharmaceutical industry, but we need effective natural antibiotics right now, and we have it in oil of oregano. Top 5 out of 141 plants. In an Italian study, they did a similar thing, a variety of species of plants studied. Oil of oregano was the most effective antimicrobial agent. And it can be used in a less than 1% solution, and you can attain systemic levels sufficient to be a legitimate antibiotic. You know, many times in these test tube studies, they give doses that are so high, no human's ever going to take that much of it. Well, that's not the problem. With oil of oregano, it's easy to get that much in your body, and it's not that expensive to do. Here's another one. Oil of oregano makes antibiotics and antifungals more effective when combined. Multiple studies have now confirmed this. Here's another one. 140 some odd plants studied. Oregano was among the 10 best. So we have multiple studies now. Oil of oregano has antibiotic activity. I'm just going to name some of these organisms. Each one of these represents a study and significant effort and work on scientists' part. Oil of oregano is effective against yeast, E. coli, urinary tract infections, Klebsiella, pneumonias, Enterococcus, Serratia, respiratory infections, urinary tract infections, and other urinary pathogens, Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus, Salmonella, Listeria, Shigella, E. coli, Clostridia, Perfringens, Klebsiella again, another one. Here's viruses, medical research science, variety of herbs against viruses. Oregano was the most effective antiviral agent. Cold virus, herpes simplex virus, influenza virus, hepatitis A, the noro or Norwalk virus. Used to call it Norwalk, now it's norovirus. That's your cruise ship virus. You all heard of this. I know you have. Oil of oregano is highly effective against the norovirus. They were very impressed. You read the research and they go, who knew? Well, we knew. It's fantastic. It's an experimental HIV drug, as we mentioned earlier. International Journal of Food Microbiology, oregano inhibited every fungal species tested. Now, they didn't test against all fungal species. There are over 1 million of them. But every one of the common fungi that infect humans, they tested it against it, and it worked against every single one. That's most impressive. Creighton University, it is roughly equivalent to nystatin or amphotericin B in its antifungal property. Amphotericin B is one of the most powerful antifungals, and it is fraught with side effects and complications. It's only used to save lives, basically. Well, oil of oregano is equal to that with none of those side effects. I find that just remarkable. Let's see, what else? Oil of oregano's carvacol interrupts candida plasma membrane, the membrane of the organism. It disrupts it. They know how it works, too. Oregano shows exceptional activity against aspergillus, and on. Pseudomonas pathogens do not develop tolerance and resistance to oil of oregano. Let's go to our break. We have a few more unique uses for oil of oregano when we return. We'll be right back. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in capsules and liquid. Today only, buy the oregano gel caps at the regular price and get a bottle of oil of oregano liquid extract free.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve, so take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano.
Again, today only, buy a bottle of oregano gel caps at the regular price, get the liquid extract free.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
Here is our hope for you today. I'm Cindy Becker. When we struggle with disease and painful health conditions, we can become overwhelmed with negative thoughts. We may even develop depression. The Apostle Paul offered guidelines to help us preserve a positive attitude during times of trouble. He wrote in Philippians 4, verse 8, "Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Thinking positive thoughts is the first step toward overcoming worry, even depression. Proverbs 17, verse 22 reminds us, "A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones." Remember these words of wisdom as you face your health challenges. I'm Cindy Becker. This is our hope for you today.
For centuries, the herb astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with astragalus root.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. Call today. We're back, everyone, talking about the wonderful ways that oregano can help improve your health and really fight that yeast. And to help you, we have that special. I don't want you to forget that today. When you buy a bottle of the gel caps, and you get that one, you know, that's the little soft gel cap. You get that bottle at the regular price. You're going to get a bottle of the liquid extract free. It's really important that you combine these and use both of them as we've discussed. It is just fantastic to help you fight that yeast, a natural antibiotic, and improve your health.
Yes.
So Richard, we were talking about the very studies on oregano. These are just amazing.
Yeah, a powerful antioxidant. You know, it's these free radicals that drive our chronic diseases. And it's the spices and colorful fruits and vegetables in our diet that help to counter those free radicals. And oil of oregano is a major player there. And the whole crude herb. Nothing wrong with putting oregano leaves on your salads and your pizza or whatever you're having. Nothing wrong with that at all. We also learned about how oil of oregano is a powerful antibiotic. And we can take it internally, we can take it topically, we can take it with antibiotic medicines. It helps to knock out antibiotic resistance. It also is effective for intestinal parasites, nematodes, roundworms, hookworms, things we don't want to really talk about. Nobody wants to talk about those things. But did you know the majority of people around the world, not so much in America, but the majority of people around the world have a parasite of some type? And we have treatments for it, both natural and chemical, of course. What else? It can be used to spray on our vegetables and leafy greens to preserve them and decrease the transmission of food poisoning. It's that effective. I think it's important that we help people understand that oil of oregano is intensely aromatic. It is powerful. It does not take much to create the effect we're talking about. A few drops in the mouth and you will feel it. I would never put it in my eyes. That would burn. Don't do that. But you can put it in your mouth, and boy, how would you describe it when you put it in your mouth?
When you say it's aromatic, that's absolutely true. But I mean, it's very powerful. You do want to follow it with a glass of water. Don't ever take the oil without having water handy. But I've got to tell you, I'll just tell them my little story about the little bumps. Because you know how when you're brushing your teeth or you bite the inside of your cheek, how bad it hurts? And it'll always, as it heals, it gets a canker sore type going on in there, and it is so painful. Well, I tend to bite mine in the back a lot. So this is what I did. Bit the inside of my cheek, and I thought, uh-oh, here we go again. This is going to be a big old sore, and it's going to hurt. I took a little oil of oregano on a little cotton swab, and I thought, I braced myself, this is going to hurt so bad because of it being so aromatic. Took it on the cotton swab, applied it to the cut, did not hurt a bit. In fact, it took the pain away immediately. And guess what? It healed I was shocked in a matter of 1 to 2 days. Never did I have the little sore that erupted, ever.
You know, the scientific explanation of that is when we traumatize our oral mucosa, the mouth, it quickly seeds infection with viruses. Okay, and it happens very quickly, and it causes this prolonged soreness. So what you did, you used the antiviral properties of oil of oregano, the anti-inflammatory, the anti-pain, all of that came into one to give you a therapeutic effect that's worth the effort.
I'm telling you, it is so good, it's worth selling. I mean, the top drug of America, it's that good. It's better than anything for the mouth I've ever seen.
It is truly a useful additive to your home medicine cabinet.
Sure is.
Okay. Other things that oil of oregano can do. The aromatic compounds in oil of oregano opens up airways. Sinus congestion. You know, there are so many people who are dependent on these nasal sprays. You can get tremendous opening of the airways with just a little oil of oregano under your tongue, around your face, just to get the aromatic effect. It opens up those airways. Useful in allergies, hay fever, sinusitis, coughs, and colds. It's a great antitussive. If you're having sinus drainage, it'll cut through that very quickly. Mixing a drop or two of oil of oregano into petroleum jelly, a little Vaseline, makes a great topical antibiotic. This can be applied to fight staph infections, any wounds, trying to prevent colonization with bacteria, lessens the risk and severity of scarring. I found a study that if you make up this petroleum jelly, mix a little oil of oregano and apply it to wounds, you get less scarring. Yeah, pretty effective. It's that good in calming the inflammatory response. It's that inflammation of a wound that leads to a big scar, and oil of oregano helps to prevent that. Oil of oregano is an effective melanogenesis preventer. What do I mean by that? Dark spots. We're talking about freckles and moles and the mask of pregnancy, melasma it's called. Oil of oregano actually helps to lighten the pigments in the skin. There are not many things that can do that, but oil of oregano has been studied and shown to do that. It also helps to prevent the ultraviolet-induced darkening of skin. You know, when we tan too much, you can scar and damage the skin. The oil of oregano antioxidant capacity, it's powerful enough to help to prevent that from happening. There's a growing body of evidence that oregano is an effective cancer-fighting nutrient, and I would suspect it's through its powerful antioxidant activity. Here's one, a brand new one I think will garner much interest. Oil of oregano protects from cyclophosphamide chemotherapy damage. So we can also use, you know, the cancer patient, let's think about them for a moment. Their immune system is washed out. They have a profound free radical load insult from chemotherapy and radiation. And it is our belief, based in good science, that antioxidants in cancer improve outcomes. And oil of oregano could serve multiple purposes to the cancer patient. Helps to fight infection, helps for your antioxidant, and it helps to reduce complications of the chemotherapy. 1 to 10 drops under the tongue, 2 or 3 times a day, once a day, that's fine. It can be applied directly to the skin. You can mix it in petroleum jelly and make a topical agent. And the gel caps, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's really no upper end, but you don't need a lot of it to achieve the effect. Am I right, Cindy? You don't need a lot of it, but you can use quite a bit if you need to. We've had people call and say, we have a loved one is in severe pneumonia, methicillin-resistant staph. Doctors don't know what else to do. Apply the oil of oregano liberally to the chest. It's amazing what can happen when you combine the best of nature with the best of medicine. Let's go to our break, and when we return, we'll wrap it up for you. We'll be right back. There are thousands of fungal species, and at least 200 of them have been found to cause human diseases.
So what can we do to protect ourselves?
One solution is oregano, a natural alternative. Oregano fights problems created by fungus and yeast overgrowth.
At BioInnovations, we offer oregano in capsules and liquid. Today only, buy the oregano gel caps at the regular price and get a bottle of oil of oregano liquid extract free.
Yeast and fungal disorders can improve, so take charge of your health by choosing a natural alternative such as oregano.
Again, today only, buy a bottle of oregano gel caps at the regular price, get the liquid extract free.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128.
I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Do you remember the questions you wanted to ask your doctor after you've left the doctor's office? That's happened to me, so here's my strategy to get ready for a doctor visit. If it's a first-time appointment, be sure your medical records arrive ahead of you. The doctor can review your history quickly. This leaves more time for discussion. For every visit, write down your questions at home. Include a list of medications you take. When you arrive, fill out the medical history forms concisely and accurately. Attach a copy of your questions with the forms so the doctor is aware of your questions before he or she steps into the exam room. Bring a friend for support and have a notepad to take notes. Before you leave, have all your prescriptions. And here's hoping you don't go to the doctor very often. With Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Vitamin D deficiency is at epidemic levels in the United States. Chances are you aren't getting enough of this essential nutrient. Vitamin D is one of the most important molecules in the human body. It's required for the proper function of nearly 4,000 genes and 1,000 metabolic chemical reactions.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Vitamin D3. Now, supplementing with vitamin D is safe and affordable.
Studies show that vitamin D deficiency can lead to poor immune function, depression, cardiovascular disease, bone disease, diabetes, cancer, and much more. Starting supplementing vitamin D today for better health tomorrow.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. So give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being. We're back. Just a quick reminder, we have a great special for you today, so you can get this oil of oregano to help you stay healthy. This is buy one, get one free, where you buy the bottle at the regular price. This is the bottle of the gel caps. Then you're going to get a bottle of the liquid extract free. And that is today only, so don't miss out on it. So, Richard, I know time is short,
Yes.
but you had a little bit more on oregano and intestinal dysbiosis.
We did. You know, we started our program today talking about the widespread incidence of intestinal dysbiosis and this yeast syndrome, and how prevalent it is today, and how it requires a complete holistic change of lifestyle, diet, exercise patterns, even attitudes to really make a significant improvement. And we've talked about how yeast is one of the most common agents that overwhelms our intestinal tract due to medications, antibiotics, the types of foods, the depleted foods, they're processed and refined, and the sugar. You live in this country just like I do. You know, those of us who grew up on farms or near farms, and the notion of how we used to eat was in our life, and we compare it with the world today, we see the dramatic change. And this is what happens to us with this modern change. It alters our bowels. And we've got to get them into alignment. And oil of oregano helps to wash out these bad germs that make us sick. Now, someone's saying, well, if oil of oregano is such a good antibiotic, certainly does it have an effect on our normal intestinal flora? Does it wipe out the intestinal flora like an antibiotic medicine would do? That's the amazing thing. Studies have been done that show oil of oregano does not affect your normal flora. How does it know? That's the thing I want to learn, and I haven't seen any studies explaining that yet, but I am watching for it. When we find that out, we'll share. It may be a very complex mechanism, but oil of oregano does not affect your normal flora. So yes, you can take it with your probiotic. No problem. You can take it with an antibiotic. It makes it more effective. You can use it alone. Many of us have made a commitment to no more medicine, only to save my life. And I get that. I understand that. If that's your pledge, then oil of oregano should be in your medicine cabinet. It's that effective. Topically, systemic, it makes a huge difference. Well, intestinal dysbiosis and yeast syndrome are the root cause of many of our problems. The successful management of dysbiosis requires changes in our lifestyle, diet, and the foods we eat and the supplements we take. Oil of oregano can help you achieve that. One of the best things we have for yeast. Well, interesting program today. I hope we've made a difference in your life, in your health. Thank you for your kind attention today. Hope to see you again tomorrow right here at Your Health. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Your Health. Bye-bye.
Hippocrates once said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine thy food." So why do 9 out of 10 of us not eat enough vegetables daily? It's because we don't always know how to incorporate this practice into our busy lives. Instead of removing bad foods, start by adding healthier foods you prefer. You'll soon discover better foods you love will crowd out unhealthy cravings. It's not crazy, just healthy.
You know, the world is changing. You watch it on television every day. It's unbelievable. It's unthinkable.
Today on Love a Child, we are helping people. No matter what is going on all around the world and all the bad reports you hear, there's good reports happening here.